Robin, 5-0 victory over Darlington tonight. You're through to the next round of the Durham Challenge Cup, so how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, just really pleased. We were a little bit brave there tonight where we just went 4-4-2 on my pitch, and we knew there'd be a young side coming up, so we just wanted to try and put them under as much pressure as possible. And with Scott, his pace and Finna's physicality, I just thought it was the right thing to do. And we tended to put the ball in the right places. We should have been doing it a little bit more often that first half. But really pleased, kept a clean sheet, scored 5 goals, and really could have been a few more. But again, you know, when we know that we're up against a lot of young lads there. But you can only beat what's in front of you, and we've done it well tonight.
Especially after Saturday's performance, you were really dejected after that defeat to Bishop Auckland. So it was the response you wanted and needed, wasn't it?
It was. I just think the way that we started the game on Saturday it just set the tone for the rest of it. You know, we couldn't defend our box. You know, there was 3 or 4 times we had easy chances just to put the ball, send it, you know, clear our line, send it in their half, and we didn't do it. It just set the tone for the game. Second half, we changed the shape, we came out and we looked well, and then again it's somebody's mistake, passing a flat ball across the back, and that should never have happened. And you know, you end up chasing the game again when we were well in control. That second half, we could have went on and at 2-1, we should have went on and equalised. And again, you're thinking, could we went on and win the game, to end up getting beat 4-1 because you're changing your shape and system again and taking risks.
You went ahead in the game through a penalty. 2 penalties on the night. Any complaints about that? Definite penalties for you?
I thought the first one was harsh. From where I was, it didn't look like it was a penalty, but that's the break that we needed. We should have went ahead before that. You know, we had some really good chances before that, and I just thought the longer this goes on, the more edgy we might get. But you know, it wasn't a great strike, the penalty neither. But the keeper saved it, but it still went in, and I think it's just exactly what we needed. And I think we got another one before half time. And I mean, they came out the second half and I had a little bit of a go for 10 minutes, and then we just got on top again, you know, and we looked quite strong. Got the ball put in the right areas, and we scored some really good goals that second half.
Plenty of chances created on the night. 5 goals for your team. It's what you've been expecting because you've been creating chances, but you haven't been clinical in games in the past this season. So that's what you've wanted.
It's exactly what we've wanted. Just the lads taking their chances, and if we take our chances, it means that you know, when you're going ahead in games, it just means that the teams you're playing against, they take more risks, and it sometimes opens up for you, and you can go on to add to your total. But yeah, you know, you haven't got to, you know, forget that we've had big players come back tonight. Bart has played in goal for we, which is the agreement with him. Kieran's came back into the side. Dale, we've dropped Dale alongside him because the other 2 lads are injured. Stephen Little and Johnny Burns both injured. And then we've put Lewis into centre midfield, and we've had Tom Scothen alongside him. We've trusted young Tom, and the 2 of them against 3 of theirs, they've done really well. Really, really happy. And then we're having Scott Robson back and Finna's back up front. You're going to be a threat, you know.
Yeah. From recent weeks as well, the side looked really compact tonight. They looked solid at the back. The midfield 4 looked really compact, and then the 2 lads up front done their job. What do you feel was different tonight? Because, as I say, it did look as though the team were more. They looked a bit more organised.
And that's the worry when you play 4-4-2. Sometimes you're not as compact because you come up with a lot of teams that play with 3 in the middle of the park or a diamond in the middle of the park, and then if you're just playing 2, you can get overrun a little bit, and that's why I always tend to just play with the 1 up the top. But we took a brave decision to have 2 up the top, and we asked our wide men to tuck in, and either side, Max or Chad had a responsibility of picking the 4 up, you know, when he was just drifting in front of the back 4, and they've done that well. Sometimes if they couldn't do it, the front man had to come and drop in and do it. So the lads knew their jobs tonight. We didn't put loads of information into them. We just, you know, two or three little bits of information to them, and they've took it. You know, I think sometimes we're maybe guilty as a management team of saying too much, you know, and too many people speaking at the same time, and maybe confusing the lads before games, you know, of what we want. But we've got to make sure that the information that is going to the players, it's all on the same line, you know. It's similar from all the way. We're not contradicting ourselves. They've got to understand and be aware of what we want from them. And if you know, if it's that message isn't coming from the management team, then we've got to look at that.
Final question from me. Big league game on Saturday. Back to league action on Saturday as well. Ashington away, going to be a tough test. It's 9 games without a win in the league. That has to end on Saturday, doesn't it?
Well, from our point of view, it has to. But you only win games if you deserve to win them. So if we can get our right players on the pitch, Johnny Burns should be okay to play on Saturday. Kieran will be alongside him. Dale will be available to play in the middle of the park with Kieran, and Peasy will be there, and Tom Scottins available, and then you've got Finners available, and Scott Robson available, and you know, there might be a surprise for we on Saturday. So hopefully that'll happen, and it'll just make we look a much more solid side. And you know, we're desperate for the win. We'll do anything we can for the win, and if it means we're being a little bit more direct and maybe playing with the two at the top, not necessarily playing with a midfield four. It might be where we play with a 3-5-2 or something like that. But we've got to have that two up the top, because it just makes a much more difference for where the ball seems to stick up there, and it seems to be in their half a lot more. So it's something that we've got to look at.